My name is Doug Parker, host of the Cruise Radio podcast, and this is a tour of Norwegian Cruise Line's Norwegian Bliss. Before we get to the tour, if you like the video and you'd like to see more content, subscribe to the channel and give the video a thumbs up. So Norwegian Bliss was launched in 2018. She comes in at 168,026 gross registered tons. She is 1,094 feet long and carries 4,002 guests at double occupancy. There are 2 banks of elevators on Norwegian Bliss, 8 forward and 8 aft. The guest decks start on deck number 5 on Norwegian Bliss. This is a mixed deck with staterooms and then the Splash Academy Kids Club. Norwegian breaks their kids program down into different areas depending on age, like all the cruise lines do. Guppies is from 6 months to 3 years old. Turtles is 3 to 5. Seals is 6 to 9, Dolphins 10 to 12, and the Entourage is the teen club from 13 to 17. You'll want to check into this area when you board the ship to get the weekly schedule and to see what your kids are or are not interested in. Along with the kids clubs, you'll also find an arcade on this deck with plenty of games, an air hockey table, and different ticket games where you can redeem them tickets to win prizes. All right, up to deck 6, we'll start at the forward part of the ship where the famous Q is located. This is the ship that originally launched Q back in 2018. This is their Texas-style barbecue with all the fixings served in here and also live music as well. This is a venue that is a la carte and is not included in the price of your cruise unless you pick the dining perk. Then, of course, you get a standard meal in this venue. Now, leaving Q on the starboard side, there's a library which serves as a nice quiet spot on sea days. Then there's a hallway that dumps you into the main atrium. This is one of the main areas of the ship. Here's where you'll find the atrium bar, also the guest services desks, the shore excursion desk. You'll also find Starbucks here. So the Starbucks menu on this ship is the same menu on land. So if they're having seasonal drinks on land, you'll find them seasonal drinks served here as well. Probably just a little bit more, though, on board the ship. One thing this area does have is a lot of seating. Also, you'll notice in this space, if you look up, some of it is open and carved out. There's a big screen in here that shows different movies and things throughout the cruise. Also, one deck above us is the local sports bar and grill. That's where you can go get your late night eats there. So if you want to watch a band play or watch the movie, you can actually, sit down here on deck number 6 in the main atrium or go up to deck number 7, maybe grab a snack and look down into the atrium. Continuing our way aft, we'll come across another center point of the ship, the LED chandelier. Staircases are in this space down here that'll lead you up to deck 7 and 8 as well. Coco's, which is the chocolate shop / creperie here on the ship, can be found in this area on deck number 6, followed by the social. That's going to be the nightclub and the comedy venue. And then you'll also find teppanyaki down here, just like a landside teppanyaki, dinner and a show with a chef, basically. This is a la carte, so not included in the price of your cruise, but again, you can use that dining perk if you do have the perk promotion on this cruise. And then if you keep walking back, you'll go to the art gallery. You can buy yourself a piece of overpriced, expensive art, and then you'll come to Mix, and you'll find the 2 main dining rooms back here. 2 of the 3 on Norwegian Bliss. You have Taste and Savor, one on your port side, one on your starboard side. Both of these serve the same exact menu as does the one in the back of the ship, which is the Manhattan room on this ship. It's just a matter of preference where you want to sit. You want to sit into a big, massive dining room or a small, intimate one. At the end of the day, it's your call. Up to deck number 7, we have the Manhattan dining room, which we just spoke about. This is the 3rd main dining room that complements both Taste and Savor, which is one deck below. This is the dining room you'll want to sit if you're looking for a great sunset view at dinner. This room has big aft windows that give perfect viewing. Just request the table you want to sit or to sit by a window, and if there is space, they'll be able to accommodate you. The casino is just ahead of the Manhattan dining room. You'll find that the casino is pretty big on Norwegian Bliss. Within the casino is the Skyline Bar and plenty of gaming opportunities. If you're a smoker, there's an enclosed area within the casino to smoke while playing. While we're talking about smoking, there's also a cigar lounge up on deck number 8, and also the outside area is a public smoking area, Spice H2O, which is on the very back of the ship. That outside area, that's adults only. From the casino, you'll walk into the local bar and grill. This venue is included in the price of your cruise, serving up hot food here. Basic bar food like chicken wings, hot dogs, Reuben sandwiches. What else do they have here? Salads as well. Actually, a really good chopped salad in here, especially if you're looking for a place late at night to mop up some of that booze. Just grab a seat in here. It does get kind of busy after hours because it's like one of the only places open around the ship aside from room service. But if you're in here any other time during the cruise, they also serve breakfast in here as well. It's always a good option. This also looks down into the atrium where you'll sometimes find a live band playing at night. All the way forward is the Bliss Theater. Just before you get into the theater on the starboard side is where you'll come to the box office. This is where you'll collect your show ticket for the different productions during the cruise. As far as the theater goes, though, great sight lines, no obstructions, and a really good view. You know, they've actually did a really good job in this space, making it where they can cram a lot of people in here and it doesn't really feel too crowded. Up to deck number 8 aft is where the A-List bar is located, which was actually named after Andy Stewart, the former president of Norwegian Cruise Line. On the port side is Cagney Steakhouse, and the starboard side is Los Lobos. That's a Mexican food venue. Both of these venues are a la carte specialty options. All of these restaurants on deck number 8 as well, I'll go ahead and say this here, you can either eat inside or outside because the waterfront is on the both port and starboard side. So there's an inside and outside part to almost every single bar on deck number 8. Walking forward, you'll walk through tons of duty-free shopping where you can find everything from logo gear, watches, perfumes, diamonds, and of course your liquor and cigarettes. The very popular Sugarcane Mojito Bar is located on the port side right here. Then opposite is the Ocean Blue Specialty Restaurant. This is a seafood venue that is a la carte as well. So you have items like calamari, Florida stone crab claws, scallops, steak, chowders, anything really seafood and steaks you can find in Ocean Blue. Really good place to eat too. And then just ahead is Malting's Whiskey Bar, and then the Humidor Cigar Lounge. You can smoke your cigars in here without an issue. The Cavern Club at Sea is also on this deck. This is where you'll find the Beatles tribute band playing. If it's a little too crowded in here for you, you can walk outside. You can still hear the music and enjoy a drink on the deck, but you won't be elbow to elbow if there's a big crowd, coming in for the performance that night. This deck is also home to the Cellars Wine Bar and La Cucina. That's the Italian restaurant on board. And then forward, you'll have the District Brew House located on the port side of Deck 8. This is where you'll find dozens of different beers on tap and in bottles. Then opposite of here is Food Republic, which is more of a tapas venue. You order on an iPad, a lot of sushi and little finger foods served in here. Deck number 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14 are all stateroom decks. And that brings us to deck 15 forward, which is the observation lounge that has unrestricted views of the very front of the vessel. On top of great views, there's also a bar in here, plenty of comfy seating on both the port and starboard and right at the very front of the ship. And there's always food. So on the port and starboard, there's also little miniature buffets. That's always a plus, right? One deck up is where you'll find the Garden Cafe. There's a nice flow to this area, the buffet up here. It takes up about 2/3 of the ship, and there's also additional seating out by the pool. You'll find your typical meat carving station, a little station for pizza, some salads, and a lot of desserts. There's a bar in here, and just it's nicely spread out, but I will say on a sea day, it does get kind of crowded in here, so you might want to grab your food and eat it elsewhere if you're going to dine at peak times. Walking out by the pool, you'll have a poolside bar and 2 swimming pools out here. Plenty of seating, but the pools are not that big. So if you're, booking Norwegian Bliss just for the swimming pools, you may want to look at another ship, just being honest with you, because there's not a lot of pool/hot tub opportunity on the ship if that's like the big draw of a cruise ship for you. The Mandara Spa, the Fitness Center, the Beauty Salon, and Thermal Suite are also located on deck 16 aft. The Thermal Suite is a pretty sweet suite on this ship, but it does come with a price, and depending on the sailing, it could set you back a couple of $100 to maybe a few $100 for the week. It is capacity controlled, so they only sell a limited number of passes per week. So right when you board the ship, you'll want to go right to the spa on embarkation day to snag one of these if you want to check out the Thermal Suite during your cruise. Up to deck number 17 is where you'll find a jogging track. Also, Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville at Sea, which is also a specialty dining venue. Man, remember when that was free when Norwegian, Getaway came out in 2014? That didn't last long. Now they charge to eat here. But, what you going to do? It's Jimmy Buffett. I'm sure that partnership isn't really cheap. And just opposite of the Margaritaville at Sea is Le Bistro, or is it Le Bistro? Someone will correct me. Please do in the comments below. I know you're dying to. But anyway, that's Norwegian Cruise Line's French restaurant across all their ships. The very back of deck number 17 is Spice H2O, which is the adults only area. This is the very last Breakaway Plus class ship to have a Spice H2O. The one after this ship, Norwegian Encore, that debuted in late 2019, has the Galaxy Pavilion and laser tag spot in this area. Up a couple of decks is the go-kart track. You can do about 8 laps for around $20 here. This continues to be super popular and pretty awesome. In the same area, the go-kart track, you'll have the 2 water slides, the Aqua Racer, which is on the port side, and the Ocean Loop on the starboard side. The Ocean Loop is the one that takes you out over the side of the ship and puts you upside down. Not really for me because I'm claustrophobic, but hey, you do you. Up forward is the Vibe Beach Club. This is a spot that Norwegian has really put a premium on over the past couple of years. It used to be like $89 for the week. Now it's up to $209 for the week the last time I checked. Now, yes, you do get a secluded area, and if you don't want to be around everyone and you can't really swing a Haven suite, this is a good compromise. It's typically open from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m., and it is capacity controlled, just like the thermal suite. Just above Vibe is the laser tag course, another fun spot on the ship, but like the go-karts, it also comes with an extra charge. And last but not least, one place we really couldn't get into during the sailing is the Haven because it's, private exclusive area. This is located on deck 17, 18, and 19. Haven guests have their own observation deck, their courtyard pool, dining area, private sun deck, their own bar. Lot going on up here. This is part of Norwegian's ship within a ship concept. And one other thing is the studio cabins are on this ship as well. They're about on 99 to 100 square feet, so kind of small, but perfect for just one traveler. There's a nice meetup area and all that located within the center of the ship. Well, that'll do it for our tour of Norwegian Bliss. If you like this video and you'd like to see more tours, subscribe to the channel and give the video a thumbs up. You're the reason why I do make these videos. We also have tours of the 2 sister ships, Norwegian Joy and Norwegian Encore. You can find those on the Cruise Radio YouTube channel as well. My name is Doug Parker. I'm the host of the Cruise Radio podcast and the daily Cruise Radio news briefs. You can find both of those where you listen to your favorite podcast. So what do you think about Norwegian Bliss? Have you sailed on her, or do you plan on sailing on her? Let me know in the comments below, and thank you so much for watching.